Is morality part of your business?
No, it isn't. We do not sit in judgment of our clients' moral values, nor do we preach morals to them. What we do is give advice based on the law. And if we wouldn't dream of helping someone to do anything which was illegal, but as I say, if something is within the law, then we will advise.
Even if it's something that the Prime Minister calls dodgy?
Well, yeah, but that's a very emotive term, it's a very subjective term, and whilst I'm not necessarily defending all of the tax schemes that are out there, I think that, we have to draw a distinction between things which are illegal, which we wouldn't dream of advising on, and
tax evasion as opposed to avoidance.
Exactly, which is completely illegal.
Yes.
As opposed to tax avoidance, which is not illegal.
Well, this raises a very interesting question. Do you believe, because HMRC seem to think that they may have a case about this particular scheme. Are you completely convinced? I know, I think I'm right in saying you've never used this, is that right?
That's
personally,
correct.
Yeah. Are you convinced that this kind of scheme, the way that it parks money and so on by the various mechanisms that are built into it, is legal or not? Do you think there's a question as to whether it's legal or not? Is it clearly legal?
The architects of these schemes generally take the advice of counsel, of tax counsel, and they would be very, very careful in the research that they do to make sure that the schemes are legal and within the law. That's not the same as saying to a client, look, this is absolutely fine, it'll go through no problem. HMRC have a long, distinguished track record of challenging these things. And I think the advice to anybody who gets involved in them, whether it be a K2 scheme or any other kind of scheme like that, is that you better be ready for a long and ultimately costly fight with HMRC.
Because they're going to try to challenge it, presumably on the grounds of legality, whether it's getting round the rules in a way that amounts to illegality.
Yes, if HMRC can find something in there on which they can challenge the views that have been expressed by council, then they will do so, and they're prepared to take a lot of time and spend a lot of money doing it.
If somebody like Mr Carr, hi Anna, came to you as a client and said, I've heard about this K2 business in Jersey. It sounds a winner to me. It'll allow me to save a vast amount in tax. What would your advice be?
My advice would be, OK, we'll look at the scheme, but I have to tell you that I think that you are likely to find yourself embroiled in a very long and ultimately expensive legal battle with HMRC.
Because you think, just to use a very obvious phrase, that it's sailing close to the wind.
Yes, I think some of them are pretty much at the ragged edge, and could be said to be abusive. But as I said at the beginning, we're not here to exercise any kind of moral judgment in these things. We're there as professionals.
No, but I understand that, but you use the word abusive. I mean, if you thought that a scheme was designed specifically to get round the intent of the law, would that bother you or not?
Whether it bothers me or not, I don't think is really the question. Probably on a personal level, yes. But I'm there to advise on the legality of it and whether this particular scheme would work, and that is it, pure and simply that.